Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome to a NerdTube trailer review. Today, we are talking about Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. I am joined by my ring around the dark hole posy, Zam. And me and Zam, back when the first season came out, me and him did reviews of The Rings of Power. And this trailer just came out today. We said, you know what the heck? Let's just talk about it because I plan on watching season two. I'm pretty sure Zam plans on watching season two, and I think we plan on pretty much reviewing it for the channel. So I figured let's take a good look. Now we have already watched the trailer because showing the trailers and stuff is just sometimes it just gets whatever. But we are definitely going to at least page through it and talk about things. So Zamo, how are you feeling about this trailer overall?
Well, we have seen it, and we are going to be breaking it down. And from what I've seen so far, and it is a trailer, so we shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket because it might just be showing the best bits of 8 episodes
Mhm.
across 1 minute 30 seconds. But I'm just hoping that this show has taken the constructive criticism that was laid down by what people saw in the first season, and that's all a season two can do at times. Sometimes the season can come out firing at the blocks and it's really good stuff. Sometimes a show needs a season or two to really find its feet, and I think that might be with Rings of Power. So I'm hoping season two will find its feet.
Yeah. Me too. And I mean, I didn't agree with a ton of the criticisms from Tolkien purists. Like, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with being a Tolkien purist. There's nothing wrong with loving the source material and acknowledging that it's superior to, in your opinion, to what is currently coming out in media. That's fine. Like you can but I mean, I just felt like there was a lot of attacking, and I didn't feel like it was super justified. I get the issues, like Zam, that you were talking about. Like there were parts that were really just, it really didn't get kicked off until like what, episode 5 or 6. Like there really wasn't anything going on until later in the season, like over halfway through the season. So I get all those criticisms, but then there were people
Yeah,
that were just criticizing it just because, oh, it's not exactly. That's like me saying, oh, well, Spider-Man, there's this little difference in Spider-Man's origin, so it's garbage, and
yeah. If your criticism is a black elf or a black dwarf, then I don't want to listen to you. Those things are stupid,
yeah, I agree.
irrelevant criticisms. Like
1997 called, and Tuvok says, "Live
yeah.
long and f off."
I have issues with this show, and I didn't think it was flawless by a long shot. But what I think we all want as Lord of the Ring fans is we want things to get better. We want improvement. I mean, we're here for the ride. We're hoping that they listen to us and see where it takes us, and I hope they listen to the right people. And so far from the trailer, they haven't fallen foul to the red pill lot who have issues with certain things like women and people of color. In they haven't fallen foul to those guys. And I'm hoping that they would listen to people like us who want to improve the show to make it more like what we've got with Peter Jackson.
Hmm. All right. Well, we're gonna start paging through this through the trailer. I'm gonna bring it up here. Move us down here. We're not that important. The trailers. So what we'll do is we'll kind of just. So we're just gonna kind of, as I said, play it and stop as we go along. So this is the end of season one, where you have after the Southlands and the volcano erupted, Mount Doom erupted, and you had the inception of Moria is essentially it, and that's what was his name? See, I got to look up his name because I don't even remember anymore.
Oh,
Um,
Sauron.
yeah, well, Sauron, yes, but I was trying to remember what his actual name was in the show before he was revealed to be Sauron. Halbrand. So with Halbrand, like, yeah, this was him kind of looking over his land now, like now that obviously Mordor is starting to form. I
This was probably the
Go ahead.
like the construction of not the construction the birth of this land, like the destruction of this beautiful land turning into this smoke filled atmosphere with a volcano constantly bubbling away, was probably the best part of season one. Like this particular moment. So if they have more scenes like that, more moments like that, it's going to be a good season.
All right. All right. So let's move on to the next part.
An evil, ancient.
So how obviously here Halbrand probably scheming his way. This is obviously, as we've seen in the trailer, he's going to be kind of infiltrating the elves by using his shape-shifting abilities. Just like, by the way, just like in the not the book, like the books, like the Tolkien lore. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be while he is, getting ready to plot his.
He remind me, he had a successor before him, Sauron, and I think he might have been mentioned in season 1. I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, he does. I do feel that there are people who are looking to be like the head honcho, the person in charge, so to speak. And I think Sauron will have conflicts of his own on Mount Doom. So I think he might be plotting against some people who are among his peers, so to speak.
Well, and he will. I'm 99% sure he's going to wind up on Numenoria, which is the island. Remember the island that was kind of like a human island, but it was like very tranquil and like they were kind of like
People live long years.
Yeah, people live
Yeah,
long
yeah.
years, and that's where Galadriel wound up. So I'm pretty sure that's where he's going to wind up. At least
And
I think.
Sauron.
Yeah, because he
I mean,
does influence. He does infiltrate Numenor. So
okay.
And I mean, maybe not. Maybe he'll go, with the elves and stuff like that. But they really aren't hiding the fact that because the actor, like, even though he looks like an elf, like it is still the actor. You can tell it's still the actor later on in the trailer. So they're not really hiding who he is really anymore with that. Like, it's not like shape shifting. It seems like it's not shape shifting where it's like, who is he? He could be anybody. It's like, no, he looks just like him. Like, like I just think nobody knows who he is, where he's going to be at. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I agree.
Okay.
And powerful.
And then Prince Durin, one of the highlights of the first season. This is, I think, where he's talking about. Everyone says, we've released a power. I think that's going to be them talking about the Balrog. Because remember that we saw the Balrog in season
we did.
1, and it woke up. So I think this is where the Balrog is where he's going to be talking about the Balrog.
So this is Moria he's in. Maybe we might see the destruction of Moria. Like the fact, it's funny in a way because when Gimli went there, he was totally oblivious of what happened to Moria.
And I think that's more of a that's more of a, and I'd have to research it more, but I believe that's just more of a plot hole in general. You know what I mean? Like
maybe he would have, like, if Moria had been destroyed for tens of thousands of years, he would know this.
Well, this only takes place not tens of thousands, probably a couple thousand years maybe, but still, you're right. Like you figure he would know because dwarves don't live like super long lives like elves. Like they live.
I think there was like a gap of like 5,000 years between the death of Sauron when your fingers got cut off when you had the Ring of Power to the Fellowship of the Ring.
3,000, but yeah, I mean, still, I mean, tomato. You're right. I mean, it's still a couple thousand years. You know what I mean?
But we're talking like millenniums here, and
yeah.
And I'm just, if Gimli had no idea what happened to Moria, and we see the destruction of Moria here, like several thousand years before Gimli first stepped foot in it, or if he did step foot in it in the past, I mean, yeah, it would be a plot hole for sure. If he only came across the destruction now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead.
The venom symbiote.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was going to say. Now this might be something in Tolkien lore. This might be something completely new. I don't know. I have not come across anything that looked or sounded like this. And keep in mind, I've not read all the stuff yet. I've not read all the stuff. I've just done research. So I'm not sitting here saying, oh, I've read all the books and blah, blah, blah. But still, like, I have no idea what this would be. You know what I mean? Like, it's a Venom symbiote looking thing. You know, I don't know. I mean,
Could it be Shelob? Maybe
I doubt it.
early stages of Shelob.
Shelob was always
I know
was always a spider, though. I mean,
no,
like,
but I think Shelob has been in human form as well in the
maybe.
books.
I don't remember, but I'll take your word for it. Okay. Well, regardless, I have no idea what that is. Maybe somebody in the comments can let us know. So we have Galadriel here with, I don't know, her fellowship. You know,
Well, they're hunting for something.
Yeah.
And that
kind of doesn't that guy on the right look like Legolas? I know it's not Orlando Bloom, but doesn't it look a lot like Legolas?
Well, the guy at the back looks like oh my god, what's his name? Kylo Ren, the actor.
Yeah, Adam Driver.
Adam Driver, yeah. There's Elrond.
Yep, Elrond. Yep. And there's an Asian elf. They're gonna lose their minds. Oh,
they've already lost their mind. They've already thought they've already given up on this show.
I know. Well, you know what? That's fine. If they want to give up on the show, then go and just leave it alone. Let it be its thing, and just don't acknowledge it even exists. If you want to give constructive criticism, do that. If you don't want to even acknowledge it because it's blasphemy to you, then do that. Like, just don't even watch it. You know.
This is fantasy. This is fiction. This is not real. Get over yourselves.
And regardless, Amazon bought 5 seasons worth. They literally have to do 5 seasons. I think it was in the contract that they did 5 seasons, and then the Tolkien estate said they have to do 5 seasons as a part of a deal. They can't even cancel it. It has to go 5 seasons, which I thought was crazy.
Committed.
Huh?
Well, it's good for us, I guess, regardless.
Yeah. I mean, but then again, they could nerf, let's say it's just bombs this season. They could nerf it the next 3 seasons. Like, they could just put minimal budget into it and make it garbage. You know what I mean? Like, I'd hate for them to do that. Don't get me wrong. I don't want them to do that, but they could. I could see Amazon doing that, but they got so much money. Who knows? Okay. All right. So more bug magic, I guess. I don't know. We don't need to stop here. I did notice this. I wonder. I doubt it, but I wonder if this has something to do with the Ents. You know,
it could be Fangorn or the Old Forest.
Yeah.
There was a couple of forests with the trees and the Ents. They were living creatures, and one particular forest in the books, like the hobbits, when they went through it, they got a bit like lightheaded and dizzy, and the trees were trying to eat them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or
it could just be magic. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be flat out magic, you know, using the forest against whoever they're fighting or whoever, whatever. I don't
it looks very sinister, whatever.
But here's the other thing is that, I mean, so yes, we don't know who the stranger is, whether it's Gandalf, whether it's a blue wizard, whether it's Radagast the Brown, which
Tom Bombadil maybe.
No, Bombadil had been in
Bombadil.
Yeah, Bombadil had been in Middle Earth since beginning of the entirety of it. Like, he apparently had been there in the beginning and will be there at the end. So, and Bombadil doesn't technically have any magic from what I remember, but yeah, so I mean, it might be a wizard because, you know, we know that whoever the stranger is can use that like elemental or like, you know, magic or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Saruman?
I don't think it's Saruman. I mean, it might be, but I doubt it. It's either Gandalf or a blue wizard. I'm hoping for a blue wizard, because if they make it Saruman, Radagast the Brown, or Gandalf, then the Tolkienites are going to really be mad, because they technically didn't come to Middle Earth until the Third Age. This is like the middle of the Second Age. So
Well,
well, toward the end.
whoever it is, I mean, it's either somebody we know or somebody we don't. And if it's somebody we don't, that might piss people off. And if it's somebody we do and it's not who they assume it is, it's going to piss people off. I mean, either way, I'm not too fast.
No, I mean,
Um,
I think a lot of people are pulling for it to be a blue wizard, because there's not a lot of there's actually not a lot of lore to them. Like they know they have their names and kind of some of their travels, but they really don't have a lot of, like, Tolkien never really expanded on them too awful much. So you kind of have a blank slate with them. So it's very smart of them. Plus, they did arrive in the Second Age, and they also worked in the background against Sauron. So like it
okay.
only makes sense. But my thing is like they might be pushing for it to be Gandalf, but I hope it's a blue wizard, and I hope they find the second blue wizard either this season or next season or something like that. It would be nice for them to have a plan.
I'm glad I got a Tolkienite like yourself with me because, yeah, my
I
lore
can't even say I'm a
knowledge.
Tolkienite. I've watched a lot of videos and stuff like
Lore
that.
videos. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
you.
So
Okay,
I don't want to claim to be something I'm not, but I definitely like it. I like the lore. I just haven't, like, I can't read the books and stuff. So anyway.
The crest of him slithers in.
Okay, so whoops. So I don't know what's going on here. I think
they
those are
hobbits?
orcs, right?
Orcs. Okay.
No, they're orcs. I was when we watched it before, I wasn't sure what they were going through there, but I think they're orcs. But yeah, I think they're just traveling. Either they're advancing outside of Mordor, like into, like, the other areas, or probably getting ready for a battle or something like that. Who knows? I mean, they're probably heading to some place to raid it. Okay. So this right here, this is Celebrimbor. Celebrimbor. I think I said that right. I'm terrible with this name. But I think this might be where Sauron kind of shows up.
I think he has been here.
So, like, I think the shadow here might be like the elf version of Sauron.
I think he's been here among us.
Wouldn't it
so
be too
long.
early for him to get the ring?
No, not the Ring of Power. He's like right here, like, see, he's going to be an elf form, and so he's supposed to infiltrate. At least in Tolkien lore, he's supposed to infiltrate.
Yeah, I do
And
know about this. I do know about him being in elf form.
yeah, so, and he does that for a long time. Now the thing is like, apparently they find out about it, and he kind of repents, quote unquote. Like, not repents, but like he repents, and then actually he gets the ear of whoever the ruler is of Numenor, and so he's actually on Numenor in Tolkien lore. So this may be completely different. Keep in mind, but yeah, so that's kind of I think they're merging several different things from the story. But yeah, so this is going to be him in actual elven form this time. August 29th.
In the summer.
Yeah. I have no, I mean, it looks like the Kraken, but
He's always a bigger fish.
yeah, I have no idea what it is, honest and truly. I'm sure it is something, but I have no idea what it is.
Is it by the coastal sides, or is it in the lake? Or I wonder.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if that's the thing that's outside of Moria. Remember the creature that was reaching out of the waters when they were trying to get inside of Moria?
Yeah.
I wonder if that might be it. I don't know. Again, if you know in the comments, please let us know, because we are not experts by any stretch of the imagination. We are just excited to see the second season.
Durin's wife.
Yep.
Durin's
wife. Yep. What was her name? I don't want to just. I don't remember just because it's been a while. Princess Disa. Disa, Disa. Dude, I loved her in season 1. She was fantastic. She, like, I think they did, like, I like when they joke around and say like that, dwarven women have beards and stuff like that. Like, I was kind of hoping that was not the case, but like, she definitely is like a good, like, dwarven wife.
Yeah.
Strong, anyway.
all in Middle Earth is in peril.
That's King Durin, and then obviously that's I would say that's
That's Moria.
Moria, and when stuff's going haywire, maybe with the Balrog. So we've got more screaming, and
Is that Minas Tirith?
I don't think so. Maybe I don't think so. I think that might. I can't tell if that's Numenor, the island, or if that's like
Yeah, you're right. Actually, sorry.
I think I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, Minas Tirith might not even been constructed yet. You might have still been building it.
I'm trying to remember when it was built. I think it was built way before, like not this maybe, but it was built into the mountainside. Like so, I mean, like it was
built into the mountain. Yeah, it's part of the mountain.
Yeah. I don't even know what's going on there. And then we have our money shot here with the 3 rings, the elven rings. So they created those rings, or well, no, they created them last season. They're wearing them now.
What I want to see what these other rings can do. Like I want to see the power structure of all these other rings. What they do and all of that sort of stuff. I'm curious.
Yeah. A tree.
Yep. Nice looking tree is that, I may add. Maybe this could be a flashback scene or something like that.
It might be.
We haven't seen any hobbits in this trailer at all, so this could be associated with them by the location.
I think that's King Durin, and I think the dwarves are going to start getting their rings this season.
Yeah, 7 rings were given to the dwarves, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
The big, beautiful ring.
Yeah, it is. I didn't make that out. Oh, okay. What was his?
He was.
I have his name here.
Valandil, I think.
Yeah, Ariander.
Ariander, yeah.
So, I like him. I mean, I like him from season 1. I think he's great.
He's at the Legolas of the show.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, every Lord of the Rings needs their Legolas, you know. So, but yeah, I liked him. I'm glad he's back. Obviously, I mean, we knew he would be back because of the way they ended the season.
He has a love interest as well.
Yep.
Remember from season 1.
There's new. Is this? Yeah. No.
Yeah, because you're right. Because this is new in there because this is why I think I saw like a ledge like this in the previous shot, which is why I thought it was Minas Tirith. Well, after seeing this, I don't think it is now.
Yeah, but Minas Tirith was, I think, based off of Numenoran structure. You know what I mean? Like the Numenors after.
Yeah, they're similar. They are the same people, pretty much.
Yes, like after Numenor like after the island of Numenor was sunk, and they all migrated to the mainland of Middle Earth, and then they went and built Minas Tirith. So
similar architecture.
Yeah, so that's why they're similar architecture. And then here's the big money shot. We get the Eagles.
Yeah.
So people freak out about the Eagles.
Who's that?
That's what is his name? Pharazôn. Pharazôn. Pharazon. Pharazôn. He was that really shady guy in season 1 who was plotting against the king. And remember, like, when the king died, like, what was it? Right before they came back or right before they left or something?
Yeah.
So I don't know if he has something to do with the Eagles or if he commands them or if he obviously he's got something to do with them because they're there. I think this is that the kid from the what was his name? Is that the kid from the first season? The one?
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
that
it looks like
Ariander, like
in the village.
Theo.
He was the daughter. He was the son of the love interest.
Yeah, Theo. So, we obviously have more of a battle here. This, I don't think this is Numenor. I think this is more of one of the Elven cities or something like that. And I think, remember when they were traveling through the forest earlier,
Yeah.
You know, like they were traveling through the forest, and you know, this is like the end of that. Like this is the end of their journey. They're getting like it's the orcs. They're getting ready to attack whatever. This
Well,
might just be a human city, but I think it's an elven city with the architecture. You know,
remember
inside.
there was that city near Minas Tirith, Osgiliath or something like that. What was it called?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah. Osgiliath, yeah. So, or
Or
at
something
least
like that.
something close to that, if I remember right.
And it ended up getting wrecked, of course. But
Yeah. I mean, that might be it. You might be right. That might be. Although I feel like was there just one bridge, or I thought there was.
I mean,
No,
I'm just pulling things at my arse here.
no. It's a good theory though, but it's still. I think it's a long time. No, I don't know if that city would actually be there. Maybe before Minas Tirith.
Yeah, the thing is, like, from what I know of token lore, like everything is like thousands of years after this. So some of these cities might not even have been built yet.
Yeah, they might be dirt and ash by the time
Yeah.
you know Lord of the Rings comes around, or even Hobbit comes around. So, there's what was the guy from?
Goblins.
Well, yeah, it was Adar, the main like bad elf from season 1. So these are the guys that
He's looking more like an elf now, isn't he? But
no,
then again,
he's looking more like a orc now.
yeah, sorry. But then again, orcs are elves, aren't they? So
Mhm.
orcs and goblins, I think they
I like to call them repurposed elves.
yeah.
You know, like yeah. I think
That's
that was
Gandalf. That was Gandalf.
yeah, that was the stranger. I don't want to call him Gandalf because I don't want him to be
No,
Gandalf.
but he called himself Gandalf by
No,
the
he
end of
didn't.
it. I swear he did.
I don't think so.
Uh,
I'd have to go back and no, he's still a mystery. He's not. We don't know who he is. We just know he's a
Okay.
wizard. The ladies called like they were calling him, like they were calling him the name whatever, the Adar, which like but they thought like the trio of ladies or whatever they thought that he was Sauron. Remember, this is back when we didn't know who Sauron was officially.
Yeah.
So they said that, you know, so they thought he was Sauron. So then, and towards the end, they said, "Oh no, he's the other," which means he's like one of the other Adar that are, that are like the wizards. You know, like you said, Saruman, Gandalf, Radagast, the brown or the blue wizards. That's why I'm pulling for but we still don't know technically who he is.
Okay.
So more of them, more fire pew pews, more battle.
No, there's a whole bunch of rings getting melted down.
I wonder. I bet you money that those aren't like rings of power. I bet you those are just regular rings that they're melting down, maybe to make the rings of power.
Probably,
You know, for the
possibly.
dwarves. He's
He's
definitely he's definitely an elf. Like, so you can see his ears. He looks kind of rough for an elf. So I don't know what the deal is there. Then we have our Sauron again, and this is where they find out who he is. So I'm trying to.
I think all those people in that shot are dead.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to figure out though. Are those Numenorians? I don't know if they're Numenorians. I don't think they are. So they might be the elf, because I can't tell if they're elves either. Oh no, I can see pointed ears on the one on the left. So yeah, so he must be in some kind of elven city, like, you know, when he's doing like in disguise.
They all look like elves, and I think they realize he's a bad apple.
Yeah. So here's another point right here that people, so this right here is, I think this actually happens earlier in the season, because I think that this is going to be Burian-Dur, which is the tower that or Barian-Dur, I always say it wrong. I think that that's going to turn into the tower that Sauron, you know, Sauron's eye is on.
Oh, that place! I thought this was the place where Gandalf visits in The Hobbit, where he comes across Sauron for the first time.
Maybe you might be right,
but it looks very isolated and more wintry, and I felt that was further north.
Yeah, you know what? Now that we're actually slowing it down and looking at it, I think you're right. On top of that, the skies don't look as dark as I thought they did. So you're actually right. I thought that this cloud cover was actually darker, and I thought it was like in Moria. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're probably right. This is that is probably because it does. I mean, well, because it does kind of freeze over. So it probably is somewhere more up north then. So
You don't call it season 2, they just call it new season.
I wonder if it'll have I can't have a subtitle. You can't call Lord of the Rings the Rings of Power, the power of the Dwarven Rings. You know what I mean? Like that would be stupid to have another. So it's got to be season 2.
I'm just fine with season 2. I don't think
Yeah,
every season, because then you have to give every episode a title. It becomes a bit too much.
Yeah, no,
So,
I agree.
but if you're watching this, like for the first time in say 20 years, and all the seasons have got named, and you have no idea which one comes first, you have to probably Google it to find out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just happy with season 2. Overall, it looks interesting. One thing I do like about this trailer is I have no idea what the fuck is going on, and in a way, I prefer things like this because, I mean, I think that a lot's going to go on when it comes to series and shows like this. There's several storylines, several characters you have to follow, and it's not always about one or two people in particular. So all types of things are going to be going on, in my opinion. I give them credit; they really fast tracked this. I mean, was it last year season 1 came out?
Let me see. Season 1
It felt like that.
premiered on No, it's almost been 2 years.
Really?
September 1st, 2022. So, yeah, that was the first episode. The last episode was October 14th, 2022. So, this will be coming out about a little under 2 years after season 1. So, they really didn't.
Yeah, they didn't miss about. They really fast tracked this and got this out pretty quick. I mean, they must have just finished filming earlier this year, in my opinion, and then went into post production. It's coming out obviously in August, which is not too long from now. We're already in the middle of May.
On top of that, we also had the writer's strike, which I don't know if this show was affected by the writer's strike.
Yeah,
I can't remember if the filming for this was done by the time the writer's strike happened or not. But I mean, so yeah.
Nevertheless, I'm excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that it's an improvement to what we saw before. Things can only get better. There are other shows, like I said before, that tend not to do well in the earlier seasons, but then tend to improve. While there's other shows that hit it out the gate in the first season, second season, but then start to dissolve as the seasons go by. Let's hope with this show it's not the case. It's the other way around, where it gets better every season.
We are Trekkies. We know what it's like to have lackluster first seasons, second seasons, and then it picks up. So,
Yeah, it's all. I mean, yeah, exactly. Certain shows like this need to find their footing. So, I'm hoping,
especially with only 8 episodes. You know what I mean? Like 8 episodes is not a long time to get your footing. I feel I mean, you got Star Trek and stuff who have like 20 some episode first seasons, and they still have a hard time finding their footing until season 3 or 4. But it's like this one, you've literally got 8 episodes. It's not. So yeah, they need to find their pacing quick.
Will there be time jumps as well? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I don't think, at least up until the Battle of Middle Earth, like where they defeat Sauron. So
because I almost feel like, okay, fine, they're going to do 4 or 5 seasons, but there has to be some sort of end game here.
That is the Battle of Middle Earth is the end game of the show.
Okay.
I mean, unless I plan on doing it earlier, but there's a lot that still has to happen between now and then, like the Fall of Numenor and the Blue Wizard. If they go by Tolkien, like at least basic Tolkien lore, there's a lot of stuff that still needs to happen. That they could spend a whole 8 episodes on. As I said, the Fall of Numenor is a big one, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Sauron's predecessor was called Melkor, I believe.
Right? No, Morgoth.
Morgoth.
Yeah, but Morgoth doesn't show up. Morgoth is defeated after the first age, and then the rise of Sauron is the second age, and then after the defeat of Sauron is the third age, and then Sauron's return is the end of the third age. The Lord of the Rings. The fourth age is the after Lord of the Rings. So
Okay. So yeah, I mean, it'd be really cool to see Sauron transform into this sort of like giant black knight.
no, I'm sure we'll see that by the time the end of the series. Definitely,
It'd be
I'd
it'd
say.
be like Anakin turning into Vader.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, and not saying that this guy's Anakin Skywalker. I'm just saying that he's already Darth Vader, but in human form,
Mhm.
and he's yet to become Darth Vader, the android or whatever, the cyborg. So yeah, he's more machine than man now. So
Mhm.
I'm waiting for those moments where you connect everything from the past to the current day. I'm looking forward to those moments. I mean, we got that with the creation of Mount Doom, which was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah,
All right. Well, I think Sam, that's it. I mean, I am also excited for this. I want to see where they go with it. As I said, I as I am just kind of excited for the ride they're taking us on, as long as they don't completely like destroy everything that we know. Like as I said, I think one of the things that they could do that would kind of really ruffle my feathers is make the stranger Gandalf, only because it is stated very clearly, even in the movies, that Gandalf came in the Third Age. So I mean, even if you're going off the movies, like you can't have Gandalf this early. If you want it to be a Lord of the Rings multiverse, then I guess you could do that, but I don't want that in this. Like
look, for me, because my law knowledge is not the best. All I'm hoping for is a swashbuckling good time. Entertain me. Give me like watching that trailer again. I think to myself, okay, this still ain't going to be Peter Jackson esque. It's still going to be more like it was in the first season. But regardless, as long as it can improve on what the first season did, improve drastically in certain areas, then I'm all for that. It needs to be its own thing. It can't be a clone of Peter Jackson, even though I'd like it to be. Come to think of it, but regardless, I just want to have a good time. I want to enjoy myself. Make the story coherent. Make the action scenes cool. Let's have some fun. This is supposed to be entertainment. Give me a good time. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, with that all being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining us here for this trailer reaction. We leave us comments down below what you're thinking about the trailer, what you're hoping for season 2, and what you thought about our thoughts on season 2. And yeah, we are NerdTube, the greatest YouTube channel you kind of maybe sort of heard of. We are also one of the greatest social media channels you'll ever meet. We have TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, other stuff that I can't remember right now. We're on Twitch. We're also on, I don't know, other things. But anyway,
TikTok.
And we have a Patreon link down below. So check it out. Let us know what you think. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Bye.